jump into it. And of course, once again, it is World's Edge. And I like the point that you sort of had there about Storm Point in that, you know, it kind of goes to show that the teams do have a long way still to go on that map, maybe in terms of meeting our expectations, and whether they're comfortable or not does dictate how things sort of play out on that map. I'm kind of interested to sort of follow that as we go into our second lobby for today, and whether or not that's going to be mirrored. The teams that, you know, are maybe a bit fresher, a little bit newer, or just don't have as much weight on their shoulders, going to perform comparatively better on Storm Point than what they are going to be able to do on World's Edge. Haven't really spoken too much to the map so far. We're just about to pop Circle 1 and start shifting in the direction that we want to be headed. And, well, it's a good thing we're looking in this direction, because it is headed towards Lava Siphon, and Reignite will be quite happy to see that. They're quite set up early in the center of the map. MDY White, the team that's copping a few shots. Feiju lucky to survive. Xiao as well, probably the same.
One more bullet from Sharky's Rampage there would have taken the Ash down. Just survives. That is, of course, Reignite posted up in the middle building. They've got the beacon, and they're ready to go. They're now having to look at repelling someone from the other side, though. I think that's inside the ring, who've actually pulled up into their building. So Jen can see him starting to get set up with the noxious gas traps.
Yeah, not really too much of a push coming through just yet. I think this is going to be a situation where there is enough real estate for two teams.
There is, and they've also got double white armor, which means they're probably not going to be that interested in it. That said, MTY...
Yeah, they've run into the wrong team, and unfortunately they have been run out of the lobby. Lahim, alongside Belkin, being able to get the couple of kills there for free agents.
They managed to pick up all three, and you've got to remember, these guys are competing. Yeah, but probably behind, you know, say, you know, Europe and North America, who have some hard organizations involved. And look, the you know, the more Apex keeps doing what it's doing and absolutely killing it in gaming and the esports world, the more I'm sure we will see come in and these players get rewarded for their skill.
Yeah, particularly when the world starts to open up a little bit more. I think it's been a pretty rough couple of years for the vast majority of esports, and you know, I've obviously seen things be a little bit difficult, but here we go as things start to kick off a little bit for Emmanuel, and they'll take themselves to a little bit of a fight. It so far is going pretty well for themselves, but turns around on its head. It's DNZ that they ran into, Genome, and that is unfortunately not the team that you want to be running into at the moment, because DNZ, I mean, they've just been popping off, haven't they?
Yep, they're going to get the res in as well. Good work from them. Yeah, look, the other team was just hiding in essentially like the little bridgeway to Geyser there. Ambushed.
NLN just chilling. Primus Commander. Maybe into a little bit of an engagement here. Little Arif has a knock onto Zasmi. That'll be probably confirmed here as well for Primus Commander in just a second. Dream team under the pump at the moment. They're trying to find an avenue. They're trying to find an angle, but when you're in a 3-on-2 and you are essentially locked behind one piece of cover, there isn't really a flanking option. Might have just bought enough time that Primus Commander felt like the opportunity had gone passing by the wayside. Like there might have been what's in the direction of Primus Commander there that put them astray. And so they do return to the safety of their building and the black market. That's not a bad one.
Oh man, I'll get a Kraber. That is a good deal.
I'll take that. He's got a charge rifle and a Kraber. I think that really shows the intentions. Ooh, do not be peeking this man from range. Let's see what he can do. The respawn's coming in. This is perfect.
Come on.
Line it up. Wait for the drop. Can he hit it? Can he hit it? Little Arif, this is your moment with the Kraber.
No!
On the landing. Gets the crack, but not the kill.
What was that?
Quite a few experienced members in that roster, so I dare say that there is a little bit left in the tank. We might get something from them this game. Still 16 squads alive, though, so I'm not too sure that we can be prepared to call anything just yet. Still very early days. This is a ring rotation that I think is going to separate a few of the teams, though. This is going to be one that really takes a few out of the picture.
Falcott's coming in thick and fast here. We've had 4, maybe. I think this is the 5th. 6, I think I am seeing on the map right now. Maybe that's that was a portal, so it doesn't quite count. But 7 rotations in the space of about 10 seconds there. And I mean, we saw on Storm Point with that listening with Burger, right? Like sometimes you mistime your rotation by 5 seconds, the spot's gone, and you will die.
DNZ, that's not the team that you want to be dropping on top of.
Oh,
Reignite. They were perfectly set up for this. They saw them flying up above and they just waited. They sat there and waited. And DNZ, who, to be honest, I had high hopes for. I thought they were going to shape up nicely in this game, are going to be whisked aside by Reignite. And they make it look easy there as well. That's a nice little upgrade. The Red Armors, Reignite's in a difficult position still, though. They've got a lot of ground to cover. And 12 teams still alive. There is not a whole lot of territory that's open and free. They're going to have to be very careful on this rotation in.
There isn't. They get a bit of damage into Dynamite, who are still sitting inside. NLN are about to become an issue as well, because they're sitting on the platform just outside that. This is over on the other side of the map near Lava Siphon, obviously, and there are still a lot of teams over here, and it's about to be a bit of a crunch situation.
Gas grenade out from Axilic just to try to provide some space for NLN. But look at the grenades! The Thermites are burning, the Arc Stars are flying in, and now a defensive bombardment as well. NLN, how can they survive any longer? Loki and Axilic, they're still up for now. Bubble does go down, and they might actually be able to get a res out as a result, but will they be able to heal themselves up and survive?
It looked like maybe that was Lightning Unicorn trying to take advantage of that situation. I think they might have popped over the side and stopped Reignite from taking out NLN, so that now this means that they're down a lot of utility, and as a result, look, they've been holding onto that gas grenade for a very long time. Jen Burton just manages to dodge the grenade, and finally, they've decided to take this spot away from Dynamite.
Ooh, Lightning Unicorn, that was a shot from Templex. Did you see that? They're starting to try to come in and third party this one. I think you're probably on the money, Genome. They know who they're up against, and they know that they want to get them out of the picture. Templex hits a nice shot onto Unlimited. And we are starting to see Lightning Unicorn come into their own once again. They are that team that's going to push when they have the opportunity, when they sense that they can cause a bit of a ruckus. And they've done a good job of it, timing it once again. Carry bleeds out. There's another point on the board for Lightning Unicorn. Reignite. Up on the high ground, but they do still have a couple of teams to deal with in front of them.
Yeah, as you can see, LU, one of those. Burger, another one sitting off to the side in the middle of this all. Savior trying to fortify their position once again, as he does best with that Watson.
5 teams alive. Lightning Unicorn are in a bit of a precarious spot here. I don't get the sense that they're really feeling too comfortable, with teams being able to peek them from above. They don't have that luxury. They don't have the ability to really play on the front foot. They have to play a bit more reactively. Reignite are that team that can play from the front foot. Bubble is out now as a result of that defensive bombardment that was thrown on top of Reignite. A couple of tags coming through here and there, but you can still see that Reignite is trying to push forward every now and then. A Lightning Unicorn member, Templex, just up behind them to be a bit of a pesky annoyance, keep them honest. And I'd say that's actually worked out. I don't think Reignite have been able to really get the control of the circle that they wanted to. In fact, a lot of that has actually gone over to Ant at the moment, who obviously are doing a bit of looting right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it was like multiple defensive bombardments. They were forced to use that. Here we go, the Riot Drill coming into play. You've got to remember, doesn't just hit solid surfaces. That dome protection there from the Gibby is also going to be a conduit for the fire to come through there for Ji-Lun.
He's going to receive some as well. Can't be getting too ahead of ourselves just yet. Reignite, they have 3 alive. Lightning Unicorn as well. Jaro has dropped. It's starting to really pick up the pace now. 4 teams left alive. All 4 have 3 players, at least in the game. Maybe some of them are knocked, and now some of them starting to get finished off. There goes one more. We are trash out of the picture. So it's Reignite, Lightning Unicorn, and Ant Esports that remain in the final 3. And this could be a game that potentially decides who walks away with the victory.
Rig have been playing the high ground really well. Templex with 1 bullet left in the Kraber has an option to put someone down immediately. Ant trying to do the best with the riot drill, but as you can see here, Rig finally being pushed off the low ground. LU have been doing their best from the bottom, and they've held out for a long time. This tiny truck isn't going to hold Ant anymore. The Gibraltar is on the ground. No dome available
How
to
have they
them.
got out?
This seems really rough, but somehow, maybe just the others bubbling themselves in?
I don't know, but Lightning Unicorn, they do lose cop gaps, and I'm surprised they're still alive at this point. This is Reignite's time to strike, though. They have control of the circle. Kentung, he got 1, but not enough, and Reignite, they're the champions yet again. And like I said, Genome, that game may be a big decider for how this lobby plays out today. Reignite with a 2nd win on the board. That is not at all what Team Burger wants to be seeing. I think